Hello, and welcome to your weekly episode of Coast to Coast. I'm your host, Auntie Collins. And look, it's JPJ. We're back.
Hi.
You have a great hat on. It is baseball season.
World Baseball Classic is in swing. US is 2-0. I've been watching I wake up early for the coffee game, so when I have a few minutes to chill, they're like because they're playing in Japan, like Australia,
mhm.
Japan, Chinese Taipei, like they're all over there. So I'll catch some of the games towards the tail end in the wee hours of the morning. Yeah, man.
Incredible.
Baseball's back. The Red Sox are playing. I'm excited.
I saw the Red Sox were making some
They've been doing all right. They've been doing all right.
interesting.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. I think the team should be good. They're better than they were last year. Last year they made the playoffs. I'm not thrilled with everything they did in the offseason. I feel like they should have got a power hitter. They didn't because they're cheap. But
Mm.
all in all, I do think we have a better team than we did last year, and we made the playoffs last year. So I'm hoping for a good. Our pitching is really good. Like on paper, we probably have the best rotation in the American League. So I'm thinking
You're
we should.
so confident.
Listen, a lot can happen. It's a long season. The first 2 weeks, there could be two major injuries and you're screwed. Like anything can happen, really. So
Anything can happen.
that's what we want to happen for the Yankees, not for us, but for the Yankees.
Yeah,
Yeah,
always the
yeah,
Yankees. Fuck the Yankees.
always. Yeah, worst. The worst.
If you're joining us, yes, the clocks have changed.
Yeah, we lost an hour.
But here's the thing. We gained an hour in full. It's like
Yes.
give me $1, I'd take back $1, right?
Yes.
But nobody likes it when the collector comes calling. We love it when we get free money.
Yeah, of course.
Right? We love it when we get a free hour of sleep. However,
but then, yeah, go ahead.
I was going to say, when the collection of time comes, it's like, whoa.
Yeah. But now it'll be, at least in Massachusetts, I don't know if it's similar where you are, but like in Massachusetts now, the sun, we gained that extra hour of sleep in November or October, whenever it was in the fall, but then it's dark at 4:30 in the afternoon. Now, again, I don't personally mind that at all.
Okay.
But a lot of people, there's seasonal depression, there's things that come with it, and people are just like, oh, I hate how it's dark. So, I'm leaving work and it's dark and all that stuff. I get it. But now everyone, and it's all in half jest. Like, not everyone's being serious about it, but everyone's like, we fucking lost an hour of sleep. But in a week when it's light out at 7:45 at night, everyone's going to be like, isn't this great? And I'm going to be like, yeah.
It'll take some time to warm up to get there. But Clown here reminding, happy Saturday. I missed that hour already.
I was already asleep. I didn't even notice it.
I have dogs. Okay. They cannot tell time.
Yeah. So they stay on the same time no matter what.
So getting them up this morning, they were discombobulated. They love, and it's raining here. So it's been like coming out of the
in Seattle, it rains?
Yeah,
no way.
It rains.
Crazy. Crazy.
But getting out of the covers here when it's raining, it's like very gray, like it's like a perfect day to sleep in. So it was 7:45 when I woke up this morning, got the dogs out.
Who let the dogs out? That's the real question.
Apparently AEW, but but can I tell you, it's that it's not that like torrential downpour rain. It's that like spit kind of rain.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Like misty.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I'm afraid my dogs think that the sky is falling when that happens. So,
okay. Yeah.
Yeah. We also want to acknowledge that it is International Women's Day. So while I exceed beyond the binary, I appreciate any sentiment given to me about International Women's Day. I think it's important to celebrate days like today, celebrate the women in your life, celebrate the people that have made you who you are. I mean, everybody came into the world because of a woman, right? More or less. But as a reminder, I don't usually talk about my pronouns, but I accept any and all pronouns because I do myself exist beyond the binary. So, with that said, thank you, but also thank you. I don't know how to say that nicely, like
Uh,
it's
yeah.
weird. It's weird for me. I won't go on my soapbox too long, because I don't think that this is really the audience for it, but it is weird when, like, I don't know if you saw the video, but, or if you know of the interviewer Z-Way, right?
No.
He had Do you know who New York is? Tiffany Pollard?
No. I'm not gonna know a lot of well, not a lot, but I'm not gonna know certain. I try to
The
pop
Maple Shoes.
yeah. Well, and like I pay, when it comes to like certain interviewers or things like here's
Mhm.
my thing. I like people, but I really don't like people.
Oh, okay.
So like I kind of, I don't know. It's weird. Like I just certain like so they're based out of New York or they just have a show called New York. Like I don't care. Like you know what I mean?
So,
Like
Tiffany Pollard, AKA New York,
am I supposed to know who
was
she is?
yeah, so she was a contestant on the 1st season of
Is this the
Flavor
Flavor
of
Flav New
Love.
York? All right, I know Miss New York. I know who. All right,
Yeah,
I know who
that's
that is.
it's the same New York.
See, but like to
Um,
me, she should not be famous. The fact
are
that
you
she has a
kidding
whole,
me?
she was. I did not like her
Okay,
on that
goodbye,
show.
everybody.
Sorry, she was annoying. She might not have been a bad person, but she was annoying.
Oh my god, I
So
think that she is that bitch. Like, she is
maybe
everything that I've ever wanted to be.
I have not kept up with her, so I honestly
Okay.
don't know. But like when I see people, when I like again, and this is going to go into reality television, like I don't think that those people should become celebrities for being trash people. Most of them. So that's just kind of my viewpoint in a generality of that. I know not all of them are trash people, but like I don't know. I just feel like them having whole careers and like being rich and all this stuff because they were a contestant on a game show. That bothers me. You didn't really earn that spot, kinda. If that makes sense. Sorry, you were just
I
picked. You were
am
just.
I'm
I don't
currently
know.
sending out a tweet summoning Jose.
That's fair. Listen, I am just one of those people. I am from a hardworking neck of the woods. I think you work
Mhm.
for stuff. You shouldn't be,
What does that even
so
mean?
I don't know. They just got picked to be on a game show and now they're rich and they have like an easy job for the rest of their lives. Like, I don't think that's fair. Good for them, but I don't think that's fair.
Okay.
Meanwhile, I'm
No,
gonna have a heart. I'm gonna have a heart attack at my job at the age of 62 and die probably. You know what I mean?
it's fine. I I can't believe I need everybody to send in your super chats because being as now I am picking a binary. Okay, so International Women's Day, send in your super chats
Yeah.
because Auntie
Isn't
needs
it
them,
Women's
okay?
Month? I thought it was Women's Month.
Okay,
Is it
give me
though?
a whole fucking year. I don't
I
care.
mean, listen, it's been a few years. We're propping up. We've been propping up ladies. We've been propping up ladies and tearing down men for half a decade now. So
Honestly, rightfully so. I cannot believe that you do not know.
I know who she is now. Now I
I
like her even
mean,
less before I knew who it was.
oh
Sorry. Sorry.
okay, I told Jose on you and he's going to arrest you.
That's okay.
So,
No, please don't. I like you. I like Jose. I like you. I just yeah.
okay, so I was bringing this up because Z-Way interviewed New York, who is currently on House of Villains, which if you want to watch a trash reality show, it reminds me of like the Surreal World and like all of the like bad girls like it just
But Surreal World was celebrities, right? Those were
mhm,
already like the other ones
correct.
are just regular. Well, I guess New York is a celebrity now, I would guess, right?
Correct.
Ridiculous.
She's been on many shows. As is the nature of being in the VH1 and MTV.
Is VH1 still a thing? I know MTV is right. They're gone. Are they gone now? Are they officially? Is VH1 still a thing? Remember Behind the Music? Oh,
VH1 still exists.
Okay.
It is, I think, due to low viewership, it might not be on the air. I think that they might just be owned by Paramount, which I think that they're owned by Paramount. BET Plus is the thing.
Well, I
They're
knew that.
also owned by the same company.
I remember MTV where I grew up. MTV and VH1 were always channels 28 and 29. They were always, that was it. And
28 and
MTV,
29.
obviously, when we
Okay.
were younger, MTV played music. You know, they had music videos, and that was the main thing. But remember, like VH1, they had pop-up video behind the music, like all the shows of VH1 that were like those behind the musics. I loved them
Okay.
all.
I was mentioning this because Z-Way was interviewing New York. Okay.
Yes.
And New York, so Z-Way goes, okay, what are your pronouns? Like, what are you? And she goes, well, I think that I'm non-binary because I just exist beyond. I just exist beyond the, you know, the realm. Call me she, he, her, that bit, you know, whatever. And I was like, you know what? If there was any celebrity that I would see as like femme presenting, but also masculine, but also in their own alien category, it really would be New York. But
Yeah.
yeah, I'm still in shock that it took you a minute, but
Yeah, I know of her.
okay.
I think I had more respect when I didn't know that's who we were talking about.
Okay.
No, I'm kidding. Relax. I'm kidding, kind of.
Mhm.
Yeah. But I'm glad she's like a good person. She's not a on the Flavor Flav show. She's, again, this was a long time ago, but on that
Mhm.
Flavor Flav show, it felt like she was mean on that show. I thought she was mean. In the first ever season that I remember, like I remember her being like mean to the other girls.
I think that's just her.
Well, that's not good.
But she had New York of Love, so she had her own
Oh, I didn't see that one. I didn't know that she had her own
show.
spin-off out of that.
She also was on Celebrity Big Brother.
Oh, well, that's a good. All right.
Coming out of that, one of my favorite poems.
Poems.
Pretty much, I would let Gemma know that she is a fat me. And the shoes that she gave me were not something that I would particularly buy for myself. They were old maiden type of shoes. And she said that those shoes were meant to be worn on a beautiful woman. So if that's the case, she should have put them back on the rack, and she should have never purchased them because she was unqualified to own those shoes if that's the case. And I think that Gemma is just a disgrace. She just disgraced to women who are actually beautiful and classy. And she just doesn't have the vernacular she thinks she possesses. Somebody lied to her several times and told her that she was fly, hot, and sexy and beautiful. And she is nothing like that. She is nothing of the sort.
Yeah, see,
Thank
that's
you.
mean. That's mean.
Thank you. If you knew who she was talking about,
Well,
though.
fair, but that, yeah, on the surface, that's a mean poem. On the surface.
Okay. There are quite a few people that I would tell that to.
That's fair.
Anyways, JPJ, how was your week? You have a good week?
Yeah. Yeah, week was good. It was a weird week. One day it was warm outside. The next day we had more snow. It was just, I think winter's trying to hang on around here. But all in all, the weather is turning. The last couple of days have been warm. There's been some sunny, warm days here, so we're looking good on that front. Like you said at the top, like my favorite time of year, baseball. So, we got all that stuff going on. Week was good. Your week was treacherous, it seemed.
Yeah, I'm going to tell you. I'm going to spare you all the details. And this is why you should be sending in your super chats and humper chats, especially on International Women's Day. I had the stomach flu. Literally hours after we got off the stream last Sunday, I was like, something doesn't feel great.
Yeah, that's
And
not good.
then me and the porcelain throne had a date for about 3 days.
Yeah. That's never fun. Well, I think we've all dealt with that at some point now. It's just not.
So I had pancakes,
Yeah.
right? Right after the stream. I don't want to think about a pancake
Oh, you're not going
at
to eat
all.
pancakes for a while.
The blue Gatorade, don't want to think about. The red Gatorade, can't.
Bomb right here on the show.
Yeah. I then switched it up to the Propel waters.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to every DoorDash delivery driver that was just constantly sending me stuff. You're the real ones. The Propel, the grape flavor, that one is really good. So that was getting me through it. I isolated myself. The office, as you can see, is not in the pristine condition that it typically is, because I just kind of died in here. So today, after the stream, I'll be taking everything out, washing it, doing all the things. Mostly because, like, that's kind of like the courteous thing when you live with a partner and one of you is like treacherously sick. You know?
Yeah, of course. Of course.
That would be really fucking rude if I just took the big bed. Although I kind of wish that I had the big bed.
Yeah.
But
yeah, look at if when you live with somebody, if you get sick, you got to quarantine. You quarantine yourself off to hopefully spare the other person in the household.
Here's the thing. So Scott is over here saying drink Powerade. That's what helps me when I'm sick.
The electrolytes. You need the electrolytes.
I have not seen a Powerade in a very long time.
I was gonna say I haven't seen a Powerade in a while either. But I try to find something with electrolyte. Pedialyte works. You can drink Pedialyte if you have access to that.
So Pedialyte also has a line that is specifically for hangovers.
There you go.
And during my influencer gig, they sent over like a giant case of that. Tremendously helpful. Tremendously helpful.
Oh yeah.
I think that the Pedialyte though, the Pedialyte for hangovers, I think that it's just the same. It's just different flavors. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I would think so. But yeah, man.
But yeah, really, really kind of rough week. So really wish that I didn't get sick, but it did give me the opportunity to. I didn't want to watch wrestling because for some reason it was like too fast for me. That sounds so silly.
I mean, listen, I don't know if you have social media. It's too fast for a lot of people.
It was making me like motion sick. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, it's the camera. I think it's the way they shoot it with the cameras and stuff. Sometimes it can be.
So I opted for Grey's Anatomy.
Oh wow! Hey, that guy passed away last couple weeks ago.
Yeah, right? Eric Dane.
McSteamy. He was McSteamy.
McSteamy, correct. So I got through the first 2 seasons, which I always forget when you're watching an old show. These are not 8 to 10 episodes.
Oh, they're like 25 episodes.
27 episodes.
Yeah, on ABC. If you watch an ABC like a cable show, they're like half the year they're on these things.
Oh my god!
Yeah.
At least now, like it does frustrate.
Like 8 or 10 episodes. If you watch nowadays, it's like, oh, that's nice and easy. You can fly through that in a day,
right?
You know.
But I was like, oh, okay. Oh my god, Ryan over here saying money for having a better week this week. Cheers to you. You're the best, literally the best. But yeah, I flew through the first 2 seasons. When I say I mean I didn't really fly. And
that's
then
like 50 episodes of television. That's a lot, even for 3 or 4 days. That's a lot.
3 days.
That's a lot.
So that's Friday and Saturday. Yeah. Literally all like it was just on, like in and out of consciousness of like napping and stuff. Having to like go back and rewatch. The episode that sucks the most, the arc of the episodes that suck the most is, are you familiar with Grey's Anatomy?
I mean, it's hard. I know what it is. I know the characters. I can't tell you I've watched one episode,
Okay.
but I know.
So
My mom loved it.
there is a there's a character arc where Izzy Stevens, played by Katherine Heigl.
She was McSteamy's main romance. Were they
No.
romantic? No?
Mm-mm.
What? Who was McSteamy romantic with then on the show?
A lot.
He moved around. I mean, his name is McSteamy. I guess I should have guessed. Fair. All
right. But he only got Callie pregnant.
Got it. Oh, only. Good for him.
Well, allegedly. I don't know.
Oh, all right.
Whatever. But okay. So Katherine Heigl's character, Izzy Stevens, falls in love with a patient.
Oh, I think I remember. Okay.
Named Denny Duquette. And he has to get like an LVAD wire. Basically, his heart is not working. So the LVAD wire, it goes in through the belly and helps your heart pump, right? Mm-hmm. So he's up on the donor list, right? There's 2 hearts. 2 people get it. Okay. And I'm not a medical professional, so I don't know about this. But if you die, right, and you donate your organs, they can donate your everything.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Ophelia over here. Super sticker. Hi, thank you so much. Happy International Women's Day to you. Okay, so when they're in surgery, harvesting your organs, if at any point your heart flatlines,
yep,
that organ is no longer viable.
That makes sense. I feel like that makes sense.
It makes sense. Your body's been through so much trauma, probably can't be under an anesthesia anymore. You want a working heart on the donor list, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that happens, and Dr. Burke, who is the cardio doctor, intervenes and goes, "Give me the other heart." And there's now a battle between who was on the transplant list first, this other doctor or this guy's. And the difference was 17 seconds.
Dang, that's close.
Right? And it was going to the other person. So Izzy Stevens, because she loves this man and does not have morals, decided to cut the LVAD wire to Denny Duquette to make him sicker so that he would go up higher on the list, so that he would get the heart. Plot twist. This secondary storyline that's happening is that there was a shooting that happened. Okay, so the ER is backed up with all of these gunshot, things, and everyone having their own heroic story, but the shooter is not there. They're still on the loose.
Oh.
And as Dr. Burke is coming back to the hospital,
he gets shot.
At the same time, Izzy Stevens cuts the LVAD. So there's no one to do the surgery. And now there's no one to save him.
Well, that's what she deserves. So that's what happens. That's what they call karma.
I know. But it was like,
that poor guy died, probably. I don't know if he died. But that poor guy died or got sicker. He had nothing to do with anything. Just sitting there trying to live.
But he consented to it. He consented to it.
All right. Well, I didn't know that part, but still.
But at the same time, this is medical malpractice. Do not do this. You're not supposed to do that. That's the reason that they have an oath.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, I would assume that nobody knew she did that except her and him.
And then all the interns found out because she's a medical intern.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, then her job should be gone. She should be out. See you later. Never seeing you again.
But they were all protecting her because she loved him.
Well, I'm sure.
And Denny Duquette is played by the stunning. Oh no.
Gabriel Luna? Who are
No,
you gonna say?
Jeffrey Dean Morgan. I was
Oh!
forgetting his middle name.
Oh, Jeffrey Dean Morgan. I like Jeffrey Dean Morgan.
He is scrumdiddlyumptious.
Yeah, he's a good-looking older fella.
I would risk my medical license for
I'm sure you're not the only one. I'm sure plenty of people in the world would.
Oh my God. But it's one of my favorite arcs, but it's just so cringy to watch. Like someone who took a medical oath, right? You take this oath to vow that you will do what is right by, I'm trying to remember it. I looked it up one time. But it's like you will do anything medically necessary to save people. And it basically like hinders people from like having like racial biases or like religious biases. If you're
and shit like that.
Yeah. That you would treat this, your favorite hero to a criminal, kind of thing like that.
Kind of like treat everybody the same kind of thing.
I remember that there's an episode in a later season where because there are a couple Black doctors in the show, and there's a guy that they have to operate on, and he has a swastika tattoo on him, on his chest.
Damn.
Fair. And they have to decide, do I feel comfortable, and will I, because rightfully so, like that's like a that would kind of prevent me and
well, it's your job to do it, though, right?
But it's your job, and they do it.
So you have to do your job. I got people that not the same, clearly, but I have people that come into my work that I know are pieces of shit. I immediately know they're pieces of shit.
Yeah.
And I have to smile and give them what they want and act like I am cordial to this type of individual until they leave my store. Every single day. I see him 5 times a week, and I have to smile and have nonsense bullshit small talk conversation and because I have to. That's the job. You got to do that but that's the job.
Can I ask?
Yeah.
Have you ever decafed someone?
At my when I worked for the Siren, yes, all the time.
Okay.
We wrote names on cups when I worked there because we actually did more work. We didn't rely on stickers because everything is so simple for people. I didn't want to say young people,
right?
But for people
with the codes and everything.
Is simplified. It's like God forbid somebody that's 18 years old has to figure something out. God forbid. But anyway, let's make it as easy as we can for everybody.
I loved
writing on the cups was so personable and so. Yes, it took 15 more. Who gives a shit? Who gives a shit?
Yeah.
But so we had a thing, and hopefully I'm not spoiling this, but we had a thing that when we wrote your name in the cup, if you were an asshole or you were rude, we would do a smiley face.
With smiley face, yes!
And if we did the smiley face, that means decaf that bitch. And that's what I meant. So if you got the cup and you saw the smiley face and they got a 5-shot latte, decaf, have fun driving to work.
Can I tell you though? So the first Starbucks that I ever worked at was just outside of New York City in this like sleepy town, right? Basically where all the rich celebrities who say I live in New York City live there.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
The show The Leftovers, did you ever see that show?
Yes, I've seen episodes. I didn't finish it. I think they only had 2 seasons? 2?
Well, guess who is in the background of one of them?
Oh, are you in there?
Yeah. I was crossing the street. It's kind of funny. Anyways, they filmed it in that town. Anyways, but the director of Silence of the Lambs, Philadelphia, Jonathan Demme.
Yeah.
Asshole.
Oh, I bet.
Okay. Would come in asking for a quad cappuccino bone dry.
Oh, yeah. That was my favorite. Can I get it bone dry? How about you make that at your own house?
How about you
bone dry?
Splooge.
How about you just want 4 shots of espresso? That's all you want because you bone dry don't mean shit.
Right. So every time he would come in, obviously there's a line. Duh. He would cut every single time. And the one manager that I worked with, because this is when I was just a barista, the barista that I worked with, him, like, they were just kiki. I don't know. They had whatever pact that he would just like take his money and he would like go to the bathroom or whatever and then come back and his drink would be magically done. One day, that manager, that ship supervisor, was not there.
Mm-hmm.
It was somebody else. And so he was trying to like kiki with that person. And they weren't having it.
Mm-hmm.
So he comes over to the handoff plane. He grabbed someone. He reached over and grabbed their apron to get their attention, to start his drink.
Mm-hmm.
And I looked over and it was this girl who was like 18 and like 90 pounds soaking wet. And I turned and I was like, if you touch her again, I will make you regret it. He threw his money. He didn't, this is not a happy story. He threw his money at her.
Yeah, it's all right.
After I made that very open statement, he threw his money, coins and all, and said, make me my drink, bitch. That's your job.
Mm-hmm.
So I got to call the police. It was decafed every single time by me. Every single time. Every time. And guess what? He's dead. He's dead.
Is he? Well, you know. Mm-hmm. Was he older? Was he an older guy?
Let me figure out. Jonathan Demme. So it's been years now. He was 73 when he died.
All right, so he was
older. But
well, listen, clearly that guy wasn't a good guy, but like clown in the comments says it's amazing how people feel entitled. Yeah, but that guy was an award-winning director in I tried dealing with people that have that mentality and they fucking work at the corner store in some no-name fucking town in Massachusetts. Not saying that guy was you know what I'm saying? But like that guy directed Silence of the Lambs. If anybody's going to feel entitled, it's that guy, not the guy that, works construction and, who comes in, it's not good either way, but try dealing with people that have that level of entitlement and then nobodies. It's even more annoying.
The thing that sucks is like, from the legacy that he had and the activism that he did, and like Philadelphia is arguably
great movie,
one of the best movies ever. Silence of the Lambs I watched way too early as a child, so I think that I don't it's so the good. Brain scene. It's the brain scene for me that I can't do. But honestly, for the work that he's done, it's great. However,
well, no, you can't. Yeah, you can't.
However, I hope that he's enjoying hell. Truly.
Okay. Well, I don't. Even though some might deserve it, I usually don't speak ill of the dead. So I will refrain. But
he apparently died of esophageal cancer.
Oh, that's not good. That's not
cancer
good. That's
of the esophagus and heart disease.
That's not good. That's not good.
But
that's not a good one. But yeah.
But it's the fact that like I can get it. Like I can understand if you have like a bad day. Everybody has a bad day. I've had a bad day before.
It's not about that though. He has places he needs to be. So hurry up and make his drink, bitch.
But it's the thing, and then it was like every single fucking day.
Because he's better than the regular people that are in that store. He's an Academy Award-winning director. I don't have to wait in this line. I'm not waiting. I'm not waiting in this line with Mary, who works at the office. I'm not waiting in line with her. No. Don't you know who I am? Make my drink.
That's why I did not feel bad about decaffing him.
Oh, no.
Bone dry cappuccino? Are you fucking kidding?
I'm completely on board. I'm completely on board with decaf.
If you don't know about coffee, okay, a cappuccino and a latte are very different. A latte has, yes, it has foam, but it also has steamed milk.
It's milk and foam. So you got a cup right here, espresso, milk, foam, and a latte. You got a cup right here, espresso, milk, foam, cappuccino. That's how they both have milk and foam. Just cappuccino's foam is literally more than half the drink for the most part.
So the way that I would always make my cappuccino,
I didn't know we were gonna have
not bone dry ones.
Like
bone dry ones.
No,
I'm literally just
spoon it.
Scooping.
You spoon it. Yeah, you spoon it. Yeah.
But I would just kind of do that like splash of the steamed milk.
Yeah, you do like a little pour, so it's a little bit,
pour,
and then
it's a little bit, and then I would just scoop in the foam, because what they're asking for is less milk.
They're basically
in a larger cup.
They're basically, yes, and what they're basically asking for is large drip black.
Yeah.
No. I'll tell you what though. Whenever I was on bar during like a massive rush at Starbucks, if somebody ordered an Americano, I could kiss them on the lips. Because I felt like that was like when you would a large. I was like, oh, that's an easy. Like
especially,
I just gotta, like nice and easy. Gives me a break.
Leave room.
Yeah.
Leave room.
If they were like, I'll just take an Americano black or this with rum, I'd be like, that's like a reprieve from the 100 drinks I've just made in 9 minutes. And I got to make fucking 50 more. Like, this is like my break to take a breather. It's doing the shots. Let me take a sip of my water. All right, that's out. Oh, great. Let me make this large 6-shot latte with 9 different syrups in a cold foam, even though it's hot because you're a sick fuck. And I don't know what's wrong with you. Anyway.
Oh, my God. Sorry. It's either that or if you don't like coffee, chai.
Chai was easy, though. Chai was easy to make, I thought.
Yeah, chai is the easiest.
Yes.
Because you just do the pumps of the chai, you steam your milk.
Yeah.
There you go. If they wanted cinnamon on top, sometimes I would go the extra mile and be like, I love you so much. Beep, 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 beep.
Yeah. Or an iced coffee, just something you just flipped a little thing. It was just like, oh, I don't have to worry about this. It's those drinks, even though it's not a break, clearly, because you're working, they felt like little mini breaks. When you would get the Americano, you'd get the black iced coffee, you'd get whatever. Because the hot coffee was done by the people at the register. So I didn't, if I'm on bar, I didn't have to worry about it.
It's always a second. Yeah.
I didn't have to worry about that, you know?
I also wanted to kiss on the mouth the people who would be specific, like in there. I want, like, if it's a complicated drink, don't just, I think I want some like no. I want a grande latte.
Soy milk. All right.
Soy milk. Cool.
Cool. Yeah, cool. Good. I'll get that for you in 35 seconds. I'm cool with that. I'll make that all day. It's when I get a sticker. If the sticker is more than this long, your drink is too complicated. If I get a sticker and it's like this, and I'm like, okay, hold on. Let me decipher this. Let me see. What do I need? Okay, syrup first. Oh, there's 9 different syrups. Okay. Oh, you want half this milk and half that? Okay, all right. Yeah. Oh, you want that? Get out of here. All right. No.
It's when they get the specificity of like 175 degrees. No, you want
my favorite.
Okay.
Can I get kids temp?
Yeah, can I get kids temp?
I would look at them and I go, are you a child?
Is this for a child? Or the thing that I would hate is, I don't know if your store was like this, but the mocha pump that we had was from the devil.
Always broke.
Always broken. And it's because their mocha sucks ass.
Well, it's like a 2-pound bag of powder.
Right. So it comes in powder that you mix with hot water. It has a 3-day shelf life. Okay. Yeah. And you have to.
It smells like brownies, though. It smells like brownies when you mix it.
And it sucks, though, when you would open it and it would like
all over the apron.
Like clown lung or whatever, but it's barista lung.
Yeah.
So it smells like cake batter. It's the consistency of fucking cake batter. So those metal pumps, I don't think we're supposed to get sludged like that. You know what I mean?
Cleaning those pumps in the back, though. Oh my God. Like when you would be doing dishes and like now this has turned into a Starbucks hour. But when you've been doing dishes in the back, you would get all the like you'd get the chai pump, you could clean that in a minute. You'd get the whatever seasonal whatever we do. You would get that mocha pump and to really disassemble and clean that that's a 5-minute job. That's because you got to make sure that that coffee will build up. Like it's crazy.
I had a store manager who made us disassemble every single pump with every single gasket.
Like even the springs and the gaskets.
Correct.
And all of it. Yeah. It's like there's like 17 pieces to like one.
There's so many pieces.
And to get I could disassemble it in 30 seconds to get it to reassemble it the right way.
It's like 3 minutes.
If there was a person near me, I would probably punch him in the face.
I would always put it on backwards first.
Yes,
and I'd be like,
always.
God,
I would put it on, and then you would just hear something drop, and it would be me, and I'm the manager, so somebody would take the corner and be like, "You're all right." I'd be like, "Put the fucking pump together," and I would just walk away. I'm not doing it.
And then, God forbid, any of those gaskets break or any of the pieces break, your general manager or the store manager, they're never gonna like approve to order a whole new pump. No. They're like, you need to order the specific piece.
Yeah, just the pieces.
And you would have to figure out the SKU for it.
Oh God.
And this, like, I worked there before, like the iPad situation.
Oh, yeah, it got significantly easier.
But I would have to sit hunched over at their crappy little computer. Like figure out the fucking SKU. I'm like using Reddit at the time to like, what the fuck is this piece called? What is the SKU number? Because it didn't have a normal search function.
Yeah.
Absolutely the worst. Hated every second of it. But can I tell you, there's a lady. She would give it. This is also not supposed to be what you do. Okay. She would come in twice a day, order 2 venti 10 pump mochas.
Nice.
Stirred. She wanted her espresso stirred in with it.
Okay. Fair.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now fair, because I usually would do that anyways.
Yeah.
But
I would like shake the cup. Usually when the shots were poured, I would shake the cup. I'd shake the cup so it would get in there.
But she's so fucking nice about it.
Yeah. Well, if they're nice if I would do what she wanted me to do. A, because it's my job and I would. But like B, if they're nice, because I had at Starbucks, we had complicated people all the time. But if they were nice people, no, it was the people that came in that were like, not that I need people to respect me because I'm a fucking barista, but like you should respect me as a human, bare minimum. You know what I mean? So like it was when people came in and I just knew like you don't
see me as a human. You see me as
you think that you are better than because you drive a truck for a landscaping company as opposed to the person that is, like you think you're better than because what? You're not here. Okay. Like, yeah, it's just kind of those people would be, and some of the stores I worked at were in towns that were littered with those people. And it was just like, I don't,
Is that a lot of them go to church?
Oh, listen, I don't want to get into it. I was raised, we talked about it. I went to Catholic school. I was raised, a lot of people that are the worst of people, oddly enough, to refrain from them being accountable on certain things, they just say that they're Christ, they believe in Christ.
One guy who was like the worst guy was a pastor.
Yeah, of course. Well, he's a man of God, so he can't do anything wrong.
He would always push his stupid Bible on the handoff plane. And he'd be like, I think that you should take a look at this. And every time I would be like, that's not sanitary. Get it away from me.
Yeah.
Please no. Yeah. Please no. And he would get a skinny vanilla latte.
Ooh. Oh, what a simple bitch. And like we had a guy, he came in, his name was Father Joe. Great name. And he would come in and he was like the nicest guy of all time. And he would come in, he was like one of our first 3 customers every day. He would get a large venti hot like a venti hot coffee, black, and he would sit in the cafe and he would read, I assume a religious book, but he would read. And then before he was leaving, he would get a small iced coffee with a splash of coconut milk. And then he would drop a $5 tip in the tip jar every day. And at the time, I was like, wow. I was like, what a sweet man. And he still was a sweet man. But at the end of the day, I was like, that's not his $5. He works for the church. He got that from regular folk that he just fucking put in there. That wasn't his money. But, it was still a nice gesture.
But, like, call me crazy, but, like, any business that you go to where you are getting a service, you should be, I don't know, like, you don't need to be overtly nice.
Yeah. I don't need to know your family history, but you should at least have the courtesy to look me in the eyes and say hello and thanks.
But I also think that, like, there has to be a certain decorum when you go into any sort of establishment where you go, I cannot get this thing without you. Thank you for what you're doing. I'm not asking you to kiss my ass. But all I was asking was like, hey, can you just like look me in the eye? Every once in a while, can you just like look at my name tag, say my name? I also worked at a store where there were two other people who were in larger bodies. We all had different hair color. One person wore glasses, but we all got called like people would be like, oh, hey, Sam. I'd be like, my name is not Sam. My name is not Sam. But they all thought that we were Sam. We didn't work the same shift. No. I had bright red hair at the time. It was my Haley Williams face.
Oh, that's nice. That's nice. Yeah, we always had. I once got a comment from a customer at one of the stores I was running, and they gave us, instead of giving us a 5 out of 5 on the survey, they gave us a 4 out of 5. Now, the way that, at least back then when I worked there, the way that it worked was if you got a 5 out of 5, you got credit towards your customer connection score. But if you didn't get a 5, you didn't get any credit. So you could get a 4 out of 5. And the comment that she left was, person that took my order was very, very pleasant, such a sweetheart. The food tasted great and the coffee was hot and excellent. Just felt like there should have been a little bit more to the experience. And she gave me 4 out of 5. And I'm sitting there and I go, I don't care about the 4 out of 5. I don't care about. But you literally said the person helping you was pleasant and sweet. Your food was great. And your coffee was hot and delicious. What did you need a song and dance? Did I need to hire a mariachi band for you? What else did you need? You felt like the experience should have been a little bit. What does that mean? What does that mean?
One of my pride and joys at this location, it is no longer there. Also, I worked at 5 different Starbucks locations, right? Also a borrowed partner for a long time as well. I had a store that went through a 3-month renovation, so I didn't technically have a home store for a long time. So I would travel a lot. Okay. One of the stores that I was a borrowed partner at, I irritated a customer so bad that she wrote a Yelp review and named me by name.
Oh, that's not good.
And I took it with such a badge of honor that, like, wow, I annoyed you so much that you wrote.
Did you get spoken to about it at
all? No, because I didn't have a home store.
That's fair.
But it was like, it was something like, because at the time I went by Coco because I didn't want no customer knowing my name. But it was like, Coco has a false sense of confidence when it comes to like their barista work. It was like something that was like, that cuts personal. Like, how do you know that in like the 5 minutes? And it was like the way that she did my drink, it was incorrect the first time. Bitch, you ordered it incorrect. But I digress.
Yeah.
But it was like a false sense of confidence, or like is arrogant about her job. And I was like, okay.
Yeah.
I'm arrogant about my job.
Yeah.
And that I completely ruined her day because she had to ask to have something made right, and that Starbucks should be training their employees correctly.
Yeah.
So
yeah. The only time I got into a somewhat situation is I was closing or working late one night, and I was working, at night at Starbucks. We have a lot of minors. We have high school kids that work for us, like on some nights. And I had one of my high school girls working for me, and she was great, and she was a sweetheart, and she made a drink. I think it was a frap because a grown-ass man came in and ordered a frap because apparently he's 12. So he came in, he ordered a frap, and she handed it off to him, and before he even picked it up, he goes, "Oh, I can already tell this is wrong." That's exactly what he said. And I remember because I wasn't involved because it was night. I was doing something else, and I heard it, and I just kind of turned around, and she made eye contact with me, and then she was like, "Oh, I'm sorry." She was like, "I'll just make it again." I go, whatever. And then, so then I stopped doing what I was doing, and I just started staring at the guy. As she was remaking his drink, I was just staring at him. And then he eventually saw me staring at him. And then she gave him the second drink. And he looked at her and he looked at the cup, and then he just shook his head no. Like he just went like, ugh. And he was like, whatever. And he turned around and I was like, everything good? And he was like, yeah, you should learn how to train your employees. And he walked out, and I'm like, I don't give it. It's like 7:00, bro. I don't give a shit about you. Like, you could literally take the right out of the parking lot and get in a car accident, and my life wouldn't change ever. I literally don't care about you. Sorry. Like, I don't wish ill on people, but like, I literally don't care if you're alive or dead. I
know, right?
Like, I don't care. So then, like, he sits out in his car for like a couple minutes, and then I'm not even trying to do it. I'm bringing the trash out to the trash. And I walk by, I throw the trash into the trash compactor. And when I turn around, his window's down and he's staring at me. And so I go, the drink tastes all right. And he goes, yeah, you need to train your people better. I'm like, yeah, I think everybody kind of needs some training. And he goes, what's that supposed to mean? And I go, I don't know. You're the one berating the 16-year-old girl in there. You 40-year-old man.
Oh my God.
And I said that, and he was like, and he like, whatever. What? And he had a lady in the car. And I went, have a good night, man. And I went, you picked a winner. And I just walked into the store.
Oh my God.
That was it. And he drove off. But
this has been a riveting conversation. See, we started on a bad note because you said that you didn't know New York, the icon that she is.
I bet. I'm sure later on in life, that's what they'll be saying about her when she's no longer here. The icon. The icon. I'm sure.
Oh my God. So I do have to tell you, before we jump into wrestling, now that we're 53 minutes.
I feel like we take the first hour of this show every week and we talk about anything but.
Honestly,
anything but. Yeah,
good for us.
I like it.
Okay, I have to tell you about Summer House. Okay, are you all ready for Summer House? Okay,
lay it on me.
I have to tell you where we left off. Do you remember where we left off? Okay,
they're not. Yeah, yes, I do remember.
We left off here, right? We were talking about Sierra. We were talking about how the guy on the left and the guy on the right, they both were asking each other, like, hey, is it okay if I, like, make out with this girl in the middle?
The guy on the right.
Yeah.
Was he ever taught how we look when we take pictures? Like, what is this? He wasn't raised to be like, hey, when somebody's taking your picture, can you not look like an absolute piece of trash? What kind of pose for a picture is that?
You don't pose like that?
Like, I'm confused about everything going on in life. Like, what? I don't know what that means. He's not even smart. Like, he looks like he turned around. He was like, oh shit, and he got caught. Like, you're getting a picture taken. You're
But
wearing
like,
some stupid
look at Sierra in the middle where she's
but
like,
she's sexy. Like, she's sexy. She has that sexy, I'm
right.
hot. I'm hot. So I don't have to smile because I'm hot. And everybody knows I'm hot. So that's the vibe I'm getting for her. And then the guy on the left has like a nice big smile on. Like, he's like, all right, hey, this guy on the right,
He's got a lot of teeth. He's got a lot of teeth.
But they're shiny and white.
This last episode really made me very upset for Sierra because Sierra was finally told that smiling guy, Jesse Solomon, wanted to kiss her, asked permission from West. Like, can we make out?
I disagreed that he had to ask for permission.
Right. I don't think
let him know, like, hey, this is what I'm doing, but you don't need permission.
But I felt really bad because Sierra was told this by a girl who overheard their conversation.
That's right.
And she's like, why is nobody asking me who wants to make out with me?
Yeah.
And then she had like a emotional like moment where she was like, people only really want to make out with me and treat me like an object, but both of you are not ready for relationships. And I'm ready to be in a relationship. And I think it's really inappropriate that both of you have talked about me without talking to me.
I mean, I've had plenty of conversation with my guy friends about girls that I was dealing with. Like, that's not inappropriate.
It's not inappropriate to like have conversations. I think the most inappropriate thing is the fact that like there was a girl who overheard that conversation and then was
but that's the girl.
Think it's in my place.
Yes, exactly. That's the girl's fault. Because don't be a tattletale, A.
And
B, you're starting drama.
Right. It is literally starting drama. And then she's sitting there going, okay, how do you feel about that? And Sierra is literally like, I don't know how to process this right now. I'm just in shock.
Yeah. Advice for Sierra.
Yeah.
If you are ready to settle down, maybe don't look for guys on the fucking summer house. How about you look for regular people? Throwing it out there.
She's a nurse. She's a model. She has talked about multiple times how her credit score is in the 800s.
Almost double me. But hey, look, you live fast and you die young.
Someone who has a credit score in the 800s, literally, like,
you can do whatever you want.
Like, has debt but knows how to distribute it. Because how many times that I've been in the 700s and then I pay off a credit card and then I'm down 50 points. What the fuck are you talking about?
It's almost like it's almost like in high school and in school, they should be teaching young kids how to build credit and how to be an adult. But no.
Yeah. And don't do the fuck ass thing like I did. The moment I turned 18, I opened a fucking Victoria's Secret credit card and used it thinking it was free money.
Of course. How are we not teaching young people how that type of stuff works? We don't have and maybe they do now. I'm out of high school for 20 plus years at my age.
Mm-hmm.
But like when I was in there were no classes on how, hey, here's how you build a credit line. Oh, hey, here's how, financials work when you're an adult. It's like, no, you just graduated high school. Here, sign this $50,000 a year loan for a college that you're going to be paying off until you're 35.
Yeah.
When you have no idea what you're doing. Because that's how they get you. And now you're indebted to them for the rest of your adult life.
Can I tell you?
We'll talk about wrestling soon.
Can I tell you? I don't think that you need to go to college because I have the same position as someone who did not go to college.
For the longest time in my life, I thought, like, if you would have asked me throughout my whole 20s, even into my early 30s, what one of my biggest regrets was, I would say I would have told you not finishing college. And now, as a 40-year-old who has a pretty good job and gets paid, pretty okay.
Mm-hmm.
I think the best thing that ever happened to me is that I didn't go to college because my sister, who has a great job and makes, really good money, she was paying off her student loans until she was 34 years old. Married with 34 years old. And if living the life that I led If I would have had another bill for 200, 300, whatever it was, dollars a month with student loans, I would have had to been on the corner, I think.
There was a point in time that I had 3 jobs so that I could afford $427.57.
Yeah. Yeah.
For my student loans.
That's a lot. That's a huge, yeah. And for those kids that are 22, 23, 24 that just get out of college, and especially in today's world where no job is promised, no good, like they feed you, especially when we were younger, they fed you, oh, well, you go to college, you get right out of college, you get a really good job making really good money. And that's how the cycle of life works. And then for us millennials, because we are the generation that's been fucked over more than anybody, for us, we were really the first generation where that was not the case. It was, correct. Oh, you graduated college and you have a degree in this. Okay, well, go work here and make not as much money as they told you would and all this. Like, and now it's even, so I don't know.
But. And the thing I think that is the most frustrating. So I have 2 bachelor's degrees, right? I'm not as dumb as I look.
You smart. You smart over there.
I'm also as dumb as I look, though, because I graduated high school with a 2.7 GPA. Okay.
Wow, I had a better GPA than you.
But I graduated college with a 3.9 GPA.
No, that's good. That's good.
Because I was like, oh, I have to fucking take this seriously. Yeah. I spent an extra year so that I could get that second bachelor's degree. Did them simultaneously at the same time while also bartending.
Yeah, hell yeah. Oh, look at you gotta do what you gotta do.
Retail at the mall.
Yeah.
Like, you just do what you have to do. And I got out of college thinking I wanted to move internationally and I wanted to teach English, right? So I went to school and I started teaching international students at this like a Montessori kind of day school or whatever. And I realized, oh, I love teaching. I do not love the school system and the politics, because you have to suck ass. You have to suck somebody else's ass.
Yeah.
You have to teach how they want you to teach. And because I am a natural rebel, I was used as like the example all the time, which is why I got in trouble all the time in high school. So of course I'm going to be getting in trouble in this. You need to be teaching the kids this. They can't be disruptive. Like every time that they're going, the third period, 7th graders, every time that they're going to 4th period math, they're always hyped up and they're talking about your class. Yeah, because math is fucking boring. I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah.
They're talking and they're jazzed about what they're learning in my class. Don't come around to me like, oh, can we have a 10-minute settle down period where they're quiet for? Now you're cutting into the curriculum. Now you're all the things. So I left teaching. Also, it does not pay.
No
shit.
No. It's and look, this has been there's a lot of people that advocate for this, but it's really the teachers. They are the most important, like obviously, parents and siblings and things, but like teachers are literally teaching the future and the youth of wherever the countries, the towns, the cities, wherever they are molding and teaching the future leaders, the future doctors, the future pilots, the future whatever. The fact that job pays what it does is a joke.
$22,000 a year is what I made.
Yeah. And it's probably more now because of the times and things like that. But they, compared to other jobs, like the fact that they are not paid near the top of everything for the importance that they have, if you have a good teacher at any point in your life, you remember that good teacher for the rest of your life. You will remember that good teacher for the rest of your life. That's how important teachers are.
With my first students that were in that first class, those 7th graders, because they are all now out and
Adults.
graduated.
Yeah.
But it's one of those things of I was making $22,000 a year, considered part-time, so I didn't even get benefits.
And clown brings up another good point too, but yes.
And on top of poor pay, most have to use that money to buy supplies. That is the thing that I was going to talk about. I got a second job bartending, and then I started working at Starbucks to get benefits.
Yes.
I was using that money because when I asked, okay, so one of the things that I really love doing, especially with middle school students, is bringing the 5 assigned, books that you have to read, right?
Mm-hmm.
One's a Shakespeare, one's a great American novel, one's like an old-timey novel, like they Canterbury Tales, like all the things that it's like they want to get the smorgasbord of everything for 7th graders. My 7th and 8th grade students, I went out and bought them the Cliff Notes version of fucking Beowulf because they wanted them to learn Beowulf. And
I had to read
Beowulf.
That was high school for me, but I had to read Beowulf.
But like in 8th grade, this school was like, they need to be reading Beowulf. And I was like, I, as a college educated person, struggled with Beowulf. You want them to sit at home and try to fucking figure this out? So I went out and I went to the Barnes and Noble, and at the time there used to be this thing called Cliff Notes.
Oh yeah,
do you remember those Cliff Notes? They were. It's still like a little book, right? That is like a guide that explains things, helps you highlight things. It's really like a supplementary thing that a lot of people in college though would just buy it and then not buy the source material, and then they'd be really confused. But I bought them all the book, and they were like $14 a piece.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's not great.
That times 22, like that's a lot of fucking money. So I was buying, books. I was buying extra pencils because those always go. Like I'm buying lined paper for kids that like couldn't afford lined paper. Like it's the things that add up that you see at the Walmart, by the way, when back to school starts and it's like lined paper is like $1 a bundle. And you're like, oh, that's a great deal. Imagine buying that, but like 3 for each kid times 25 times 6 classes.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
So I always wanted to have paper. I also got them like those little dry erase boards because we would do like pop-up quizzes or whatever. So you would have to write it down, I'm an interactive teacher. They didn't like that. They didn't like how I was teaching. And then when I found out that they were spending next year's funds during the current school year, I was like, this is a sign.
Yeah. It's terrible.
I need to leave.
Yeah.
So I left and I made more money bartending than I did teaching.
Yeah. Doesn't shock me. Does not shock me. But
and I do miss teaching. I really wish that I could go back. I don't see a way that I could go back.
Yeah.
But anyways,
yeah.
Speaking of teaching, can you fill me in on what happened in WWE?
Cody Rhodes
this week.
Cody Rhodes Friday night, new 3rd time WWE. They still call it Universal. What do they call it? Is it just WWE champion? I don't know.
I think it's just the WWE championship.
I think it's the WWE.
One is the unified championship.
I think it's the undisputed WWE champion. He defeated Drew McIntyre, main event of SmackDown. He is now, for the 3rd time, WWE champ. And now one of the main events is set. It is Cody Rhodes versus Randy Orton at WrestleMania, which is a match I personally, and I think a lot of people, this is the match I have been waiting for Cody since Cody returned. This feud, this match, but they obviously threw it together because as before, Friday, 2 days ago at 1:18 p.m. on Friday afternoon, it looked like it was going to be Randy Orton versus Drew McIntyre. But now it looks like they're like, because, you know, we've heard these rumors that there's not, well, the ticket sales being down are not rumors. That's fact. But we've heard the rumors that they've rewritten the whole WrestleMania card and they're, you know, changing up everything to get more excitement because, you know, there's no excitement and the ticket sales are down. Giving us Randy and Cody. And I said it on social media. I don't know how much you want to dive into it because we got a lot of time until WrestleMania. Cody Rhodes should 1000% turn on Randy Orton at WrestleMania.
We saw this sparkle, the little glint, and that was the only thing that like you really see at Elimination Chamber. Is Cody turning heel?
Needs it.
We haven't really seen a Cody heel turn in WWE.
Not yet. Not yet.
So
listen, and I get it. He still is the QB1. He still is the top merch guy. Like, I understand why they wouldn't do that. Like, I get that. But there was a good pop when Cody won. But you hear some boos now for Cody.
Sure.
They're small, but you hear them. The video is the most disliked video. The video of him winning the title is the most disliked video in all of 2026 on WWE social media. And this shit happened literally less than 2 days ago. Most disliked video in 2026. I think people now, and again, I'm a Cody guy. I'm not sick and tired of Cody. I'm a Cody guy. But I do think it's, you got all these new, like, Obafemi's a massive star who's new. Trick Williams is a massive star. Javon Evans, you have these new, you know, Ilya Dragunov, Carmelo Hayes is rising up the ranks. You have these new people. I think it's time. He's been there for 3 years. He's going to be going on 4 after this WrestleMania. He'll be back for his 4th year. He's been the QB1 and the guy that he needed to be. Give us this proper feud with Orton and Cody, which I see that for the summer. And then guess what? Give me heel champion Cody and make some fucking new stars with heel Cody and do it.
41 days until WrestleMania.
Yeah.
41. Okay. And if we look at the calendar, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 weeks. Okay. That's 6 Monday Night Raws, 6 SmackDowns. I agree.
I'm not going to sit here and say that. Listen, Cody's been the top guy in the company. He's done all the things that you need to do to be the top guy. Yeah, I'm not going to, you know, like, I don't, Cody's gotten the chances that he's gotten because he's earned the chances that he's gotten, whether you like it or not. I think Cody is old school enough that if they went to him and there's rumors that say Cody's turned it down, that they've gone to him before, like, hey, we're thinking about this. And he said no. If that's the case, but I feel like at some point Cody is old school enough that he'd be like, all right, yeah, like, let's do it. But I mean, it must feel good to be the top guy. I mean, I could see that not wanting to give that up.
Our Pittsburghese bestie over here, Greg Cherry over here. Hello, Yins. It's a great day for Taco Bell and Grabs. And if you want to see Greg Cherry on my show this week on Collins on Rocks.
There we go. We like Greg. Terrible taste in sports teams, but other than that, again,
a yinzer indeed. Also this week, speaking of title changes, we have the Intercontinental Championship changing hands. Penta defeating Dominic Mysterio. I haven't watched Monday Night Raw yet because obviously I was sick. But I'm just looking at this going, oh shit.
Well, this is really the best part of what happened on Monday Night Raw because Dominic Mysterio lost because he was cursed by Danhausen.
Are you kidding me?
No. So they, you know, Danhausen, they had the debut. that we talked about last Sunday. That's fair. My teams win though. We had Greg knows I'm kidding. We had the debut that we talked about last week that happened at Elimination Chamber. We both loved it.
Very
and
nice,
liked
very
it.
Evil.
But a lot of people, whatever. On Monday night, and I think on Friday night as well, with the Miz backstage segment, they knocked it out of the park with Danhausen. I think that in Monday night, he introduced himself to Adam Pearce, and he had a list of Demandhausens, and he's what he was talking to Aldis about last night as well. The Judgment Day walked by, and Pearce was like, "I got to get the hell out of here. Hey, Judgment Day, have you met Danhausen? I need a drink." And Adam Pearce walks away. And Danhausen, they have a little thing, and Dom is rude to Danhausen. He goes, "Hey, we're not happy to meet you, so why don't you?" Danhausen touches the IC title. He goes, "Ooh, can I have one of these?" And Dom goes, "Hey, buddy." He goes, "Look, we're not excited to meet you. Like, why don't you know your role before bad stuff happens to you?" And Danhausen goes, "Oh yeah, well, guess what? You are cursed." And he cursed Dom, and then the very next segment, Penta beat Dom for the IC title. So Danhausen 1-0.
Get that blimp. Get that blimp.
Oh, he's definitely. They're giving him a. He's going to be in the blimp at WrestleMania.
Honestly,
they're going to do a blimp.
Would sign to WWE to get my fucking blimp. If that was like the whole thing?
Yep. So Danhausen is 1-0 when he has cursed people. God. Ryan, I said that on Between Two Beards. I said, first of all. I was talking to Pluggo about it, and I was like, well, first of all, Adam Pearce openly on camera admitted that he drinks on the job. So it seems like a stressful job. I get it. But you can't. That's illegal.
It's illegal.
It's illegal.
Oh, my God.
But yeah, so Danhausen cursed Dom, and then Penta finally, I think this was the fourth time they fought for that title. Penta finally defeated him for the IC title. I'm good with it because I feel like this opens up more opportunity and more matches, because now Penta will have an Intercontinental title match WrestleMania weekend, whether it's multi-man or one-on-one. And now I think we're getting to Dom and Finn, which I feel like didn't really need the IC title for that.
Right.
So I feel like it kind of opens up more matches for Mania. And Penta deserves that. He's been over since the day he got there. It's his first singles title. Like, it's about time. It's about time.
Honestly, the walk itself got over.
Yeah.
And I did see a video that this is also like the thing that AEW fucked up and still continues to fuck up. You have someone with a fucking mask, print them right now. Pre-order right the fuck now. You want people sitting in those fucking seats with the fucking masks on.
Yeah.
They should have done that with Sting. They should have, come on. Get these into print right now. There are already, WWE, I think that does a great job with mask situations. Because that Penta mask, when it came up, everyone's like, oh my God, it's so expensive. There are so many children. It's every single night. Yep. There's a child out there. But I saw the video, the little child.
The little kid with Penta. I saw that today. What adorable.
The Penta and how he had the title. I was like, oh shit.
Yeah.
I love this. I love it so much.
I love once Penta shows into frame, that kid he's just like, he drops the bag. He's like, oh my God, that's Penta.
Yes. Amazing. The Harley puppets as well. Yeah. I wanted a Mercedes Moné puppet. Come on.
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, so that was the big news on Raw. Roman, well, wait a minute.
Roman and
at the end of Raw segment. At the end of Raw, CM Punk. So, they have another segment, another great segment, if you ask me. Roman says his piece. He goes to leave. And Punk goes, oh, yeah? He's like, you done? And Punk starts going in. And Punk, Punk's like, yeah, we're on the, I brought the Shield in. And Roman's like, well, you brought the other two guys in. You didn't bring me in.
Which is true.
It is. And
they wanted Chris Hero.
Yes, he wanted Chris Hero. And he was open about that. And then at the end of this, Punk and Sean, that's where I'm going here. At the end of this, Punk Punk is leaning in saying, I'm hanging around with your cousins. They like being around me more than they like being around you. And you really can't win anything by yourself. When you're alone, you don't do well. You need people. He goes, and you're alone right now. And he goes, what, do you have any more Samoan goblins in your pocket you're going to pull out? Like, you're by yourself. And so Punk says the line where he goes, but now you're going to disrespect me? He goes, so guess what, pal? At WrestleMania, you didn't just earn me beating you now. I'm going to bury you. And he says, and he goes, and then you won't be alone anymore because I'm going to bury you next to your father. And he leaves. And I'm sitting here going, well, that wasn't nice. That wasn't necessary at all.
It was so good.
It was good, but I'm sitting there going, wait a minute. Good. So I'm sitting here, and now all of a sudden I'm looking at this and I'm going, Punk is desperate. Because every point that he's making, Roman has a rebuttal, and Roman's playing it cool because he's Roman Reigns. He doesn't give a shit. He's playing it cool, and Punk, that was a desperation line to get Roman's attention because Punk's got nothing on Roman. And I'm sitting here going, who's the bad guy here? Because that's a bad guy line. Like, that was one of those lines that even people who love Punk were like, what the hell? He's like, really? His dad's really dead, Christian Cage. What the hell are we doing here?
Because your father's dead. Dead. I'm
going to bury you right next to your father. And then, because your father is dead. And then you saw kind of Roman's facial, and I think that is the line that I think Roman misses one Raw until Mania. Like, he's only not there 1 week of the remaining weeks we have. That is the line that I think just changed this feud to go to the next level the rest of the way. And I agree with Ryan. Roman's got to talk shit about Larry. He's got to talk shit about Larry. Or you just beat the piss out. It's on site. I'm killing you anytime I see you. That type of stuff.
Honestly, it was a good line. Here's the thing. That man, CM Punk, he loves Larry more. Like, do we forget that the reason why allegedly CM Punk fought the Young Bucks and Kenny Omega is because Larry was in the way?
Yeah, and then he get like a tooth knocked out or something like that because the door got pushed open and it hit Larry.
Yeah,
and that's when Punk was like, "I'm killing you," and that's why they fought.
Yeah,
it was just like
I would do the same. As much as I shit talk my dogs, and if my dogs are watching this, I'm so sorry. I'm the only one that can shit talk my dogs. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
you come at Penny Lane hand sandwich. And you knock her fucking tooth out, I'm going to knock your tooth out.
Yeah.
I'm going to take 8 of your teeth.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was, listen, it was a really, really good back and forth between them. And I think they've had 2 really, really, really good segments to end the shows when they've done this. Mm-hmm. Roman is not there tomorrow, but he's there the rest of the way after tomorrow. So I personally feel like you could probably give Punk the night off tomorrow too, if you wanted. Like, I don't feel like he needs to be there if Roman's not there. Like, what's he going to do? He's going to get in the ring and talk shit about how Roman's not there. We've already heard that before. We've already heard you say that before. Like, that's, and Pile Driver says, he has that. He says Punk is saying a lot of stuff, but it's not really anything of substance. And I feel like that's where Punk is right now. Like, he's saying a lot of things, but it's things we've heard other people say before about Roman, besides the father line, which was obviously,
Can I say something so controversial yet so brave?
Yeah.
I don't think that CM Punk is that good at doing promos. I think that the only reason why he has hype was because the pipe bomb really wasn't in character. It was his genuine feelings towards things. Yeah. And I think when CM Punk is genuine about his feelings and he says them in a promo, that's not a work, brother. That's a shoot.
Mm-hmm.
And if Roman really wants to get into CM Punk's skin, he's gonna have to. He's gonna have to make it a shoot, brother. You know?
Yeah, yeah, I
If
agree.
not,
Yeah,
we're not gonna see anything worth tweeting. You know?
yeah. I mean, I think
So brave, so brave.
look, I think it's clear that, like, you know, Punk is not on the promo. I mean, does he still have it in him? I would say yes, but he's a good guy. He's the good guy. He's John Cena. He's the good cookie cutter good guy now, for as cookie cutter as a CM Punk can be. So his promos they don't have that edge to them.
Yeah.
That you would expect. That's why the father line at the end was like, oh,
yeah,
that's something that bad guy, heel, dickhead CM Punk would say. And that's why I think, and it was just, again, like, it was just mean. That was a mean thing. That his dad's dead. As somebody who lost a dad who I loved a lot, like, that is, when you go there, that's it, man. That's it. Like, all right, this is on now, brother. This is on.
I can't say though. I would hate to be a good guy in wrestling. You know what I mean?
The heels have more fun, it feels. You have more,
right.
You have more leeway.
Heels have more fun.
And when you talk to wrestlers, like in real interviews, when they're asked, hey, what do you enjoy? That's the answer they always say. Oh, well, you can do a lot more and get away with a lot more if you're a heel. Because you're a bad guy. You're supposed to be a piece of trash. So you can say the thing. You can do the extra thing. You can say the extra thing because you're a bad guy. So even if it's like, whoa, it's like, well, he's a bad guy or a bad girl. Like, what do you think? She's a bad girl. Like, that's what's going to happen. She's mean.
I do have to say, though, some people are good at it.
Yes.
And some people are tired. MJF, I'm talking about you. People love MJF. There's an entire
he's one of the greats.
Entire sector of people who feel validated because he has validated their scumbaggisms.
Yeah, but like, I mean, he's playing a character. He's a good guy in real life. He stands for the right things.
Sure, he stands for the right things. I think that he is a scumbag in real life, though.
You think so? I don't know him personally, so I don't know. But I feel like he stands for morally and ideals wise.
Long Island.
Well, okay. Listen.
I say that as someone that has lived in New Jersey. So
yeah. My thing is, I feel like the very few times that I've heard MJF talk about real life situations not in character, his ideals and morals are more aligned with mine.
Absolutely.
So I feel like
do your morals make you a good or a bad guy?
Well, he's a great bad guy like on TV screen. Like,
right.
Yeah. But I don't know. I've never met him personally. I feel like he would be the only interaction I've ever had with MJ. Okay. I went to the first All Out, the one that before they were AEW, like the one with, I was there and I bought I did the whole kit and caboodle. I had the bracelets. I went to the VIP party, whatever. I did it all. Did it all. So after All Out, I'm sorry. There was no All In. It was All In. After All In, there was a VIP party. There was a party where there was the band that does Cody's theme and the Miz's theme, downstate, whatever. They were performing live. There was cocktails. The wrestlers were there. Everybody was mingling. And we were in the VIP section. And MJF, who at the time he was like on the first match of the show. Like he wasn't MJF now. He was the character, but he was low on the totem pole, we'll say.
Okay.
He walked across the whole room to go to the bar, grabbed a drink, and he was walking all the way back. And I was with a couple buddies, and MJF and one of my buddies make eye contact from like 100 yards away. And MJF is walking towards my friend, and MJF starts smiling towards my friend. And he puts his hand up for a high five to my friend. And my friend reciprocates and he goes, oh, and he puts his hand up and MJF walks by and knocked his hat off his head and just kept walking, all in one fluid motion. Just didn't stop walking. And me and my other friend laughed hysterically at and it was just a time. And I was like, that guy's legit. Hey, bud, just so you know, I was doing this before Fred Durst started doing this, buddy. So why don't you go on Limp Bizkit's fucking site? Yeah, damn right. That's why I did it. More importantly, I did it for the hot
Just one of
dog. What
those
is it? The
days
chocolate
where you don't want
starfish
to
and the
wake
hot dog
up.
flavored water. I'm rolling up in this piece. But no, why don't you go on Limp Bizkit's thread and ask him why he's doing what I'm doing? Because I've been looking like this for years. But anyway.
Fair.
And if I was Fred Durst, this would be backwards.
Honestly,
and it would be a terrible Yankee hat and it would be red. But anyway, I digress. And I like, listen, you're talking to a kid that was a 90s kid. I love Limp Bizkit back then. Kidding me? Break stuff? Come on. What are we doing? But I digress. I was a new metal. I was a new metal kid. That's who I was back then. I was a Korn kid. I was Limp Bizkit. I was Slipknot was a big one for me. System of a Down is probably, yeah. But I was into all that stuff. And then I got old and got emotions, and I was like screamo and emo. Let's go. And that's how my music taste went. Did we lose Auntie? Is she there?
I'm there.
All right. Sorry.
Everything is certain for me. This is what happens. I can't wait till I fucking move, man.
I was gonna say, are they still throwing parties up there on Tuesday nights? Tuesday night fights?
I called security on them.
Oh, you did?
While I was sick.
Oh, that's
but it was a Tuesday night, and I'm still throwing up.
And they were throwing parties.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, to be young. Oh, to be young. Do you know how pissed? Do you know how pissed though you would have been in your 20s if someone, you know what I mean? Like when you were in your 20s and you were at your parties, like we all were or whatever, like if somebody called the cops on you, you would be like, what a piece of shit. Who would do that and ruin our fun? And now you're the one that's like, excuse me.
Yeah.
Can you go throw them off the balcony?
I own that. But here's the thing. I had the flu this week. For those that are just
valid reason. I think that's a valid reason.
I had the flu.
Everything vibrates more and it's louder and it's
it's the fact that this window here in the office, their balcony is right there. So when they have their sliding glass door open, it is just right in here.
Yeah.
That noise pollution right in here. The wall reverberates.
Yeah. Yeah.
And our buildings are meant to keep heat in and be earthquake proof, right? If my walls are shaking, your bass is too loud.
It's fair.
But I have gone to house parties when I was a teenager that had the cops called.
Of course. I had a house party at my house one time. So my parents went away for a weekend. Yeah. And I was like, I'm throwing a rager, bro. That's what I'm doing. So I threw a rager, bitching of a time. And then I did it the second night in a row. I did it on a Friday and Saturday. And the second night in a row, one of my neighbors was like, no, not happening. The one night we gave you, no. And so they called the cops and the cops showed up. And one of my friends opened the back door to the house and literally walked through my screen door to leave the house. Like, that's right. He opened the back door. He's like, all right, I'm good. And he just didn't open the screen door, just walked and just took the screen door off the house with him. And then I had a very small backyard, but I had a little backyard. We had a grill, a picnic table. We had a pool to the side of the house, but I had a small backyard and there was a fence. And when you jump the fence, there was a street behind my street, but it was a little lower. So all these people who like were friends of mine, but they weren't like, they hadn't been in my house before. They're all 17, 18 years, whatever age we were. They're scared that the cops are going to arrest him because when you're that young, that's what you think. Cause we're all idiots and we're not thinking logically. Yes. The 2 cops that showed up in one car are going to arrest the 40 of us. That's what's going to happen. So they jumped the fence and they thought that when they landed on the ground, they thought they were free and they started running. Little did they know it was about a 9-foot drop to the street. And I had 2 girls that broke both their heels.
Oh my God.
They landed and they broke both their heels. I had another person that broke their arm and their wrist. I had another girl that had a cut from like here.
This is insane.
The way down. Yeah. Like 7 people got injured. And my family was held not liable because it wasn't on our property because they jumped the fence and I laughed at all.
Okay. So Ryan over here says I was a warehouse and abandoned building party kid. Wow. Okay.
I never did that.
So when I tell you, so y'all know my dad was in the Navy. He
Moved a lot.
retired. I moved around a lot. He
Yeah.
retired when I was in middle school, not far from Seattle, but about 2 hours over there on the peninsula. A lot of farmland, okay? There's a Navy base over there, all the things, right? But not much else, as do Navy bases go.
Do you have parties in the hangars, man?
We had parties in like cornfields and like apple orchards, empty fields with a bunch of like livestock. So we would
kegs. Kegs and shit.
Full keggers in the middle of fucking nowhere.
Hell yeah.
And we would get directions via MySpace, by the way. Go on this road, go 9 miles, which you're looking at your odometer, and then you just see a bunch of cars like parked on the side of the road. Then you have to fucking hike into an open pasture. There's always some sort of motherfucker with a DJ, which means that they brought all their fucking DJ equipment that they're running through a fucking generator into a middle of a field.
Once you told me I had to walk to something, I'd be like, I'm not.
And we're all like wearing those like old Navy flip-flops.
I would have been like, where's the VIP parking that lets me get out of my car and I'm where I need to be?
Yeah. And then we would just get like alcohol poisoning.
Oh, that's good.
And fall asleep in the middle of a field.
That's probably not good. If you got alcohol poisoning, you need to go to the hospital.
Well, or you can just vomit.
Yeah, you vomit.
Many a nights that
we were a house. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I found myself in like a barn, like covered in hay. Don't know how I got there.
Were there animals in the barn?
No.
Okay.
Not usually.
Because they were probably like, we need to put her somewhere safe. And they were like, throw her in the barn.
Because it also rains. So like sometimes, you're having to pack up and get out.
She's covered. We'll put some hay on her. Hopefully she wakes up. Yeah. If she doesn't, then it's, But we were more of we were a house party. My group of friends, we were house party people. Fair. So we would, whoever's parents were away for the weekend or whoever, and like, they would tell us like, parents are going away in 3 weeks. So, that Friday night's the night. And we'd be like, oh shit. And then we'd be like, you coming? You coming to the party? Oh, like what you see in like movies that are over the, like, like the like super bad, like when they're talking about you going to the party tonight, like the whole time, like that was literally, that was how it went.
Iconic.
So,
well, really, speaking of things that are not super bad, AEW has been on this trajectory of greatness lately, right? I could not be more impressed with what AEW has been doing. Dynamite Collision this week, fan-fucking-tastic. However, I did put in the title of this. Yes. We have another Reheated Nachos segment. Because last night on Collision, we had a Daniel Garcia versus Tommaso Ciampa match, which fantastic match. However, Mark Briscoe made it his mission this week. Remember, Dynamite happened. Tommaso Ciampa punched FTR. Okay.
Yep.
And then Mark Briscoe interferes with Daniel Garcia taking the win. Ciampa and Mark Briscoe are on the ramp. And when I say reheated nachos, if you don't know what that means, it literally means taking something, reheating it, and calling it your own. Reheating your nachos, right? Tommaso Ciampa, in the same fashion that he did to Johnny Gargano in 2017, turned heel on Mark Briscoe and beat the shit out of him. But it's the same. They're playing him out, got this music, and then he whispers in his ear, and he just drives his skull into the LED board. And I'm like, can't we just do something new? What? Why do we got to reheat Nachos here?
It's fair.
How
do you feel about him being a heel in general?
I like him being a heel because I like that Tommaso Ciampa is like, hey, like they keep talking about on commentary how his first match in AEW led to him getting the TNT championship. And then 2 weeks later, Kyle Fletcher has taken the belt and now is calling it Pinky, right? He was calling it Sylvie. This is his thing. And now he has desecrated the belt. He's put a pink strap on it. Like that is his. And it was great match between the both of them. However, I can feel the outrage, right? You can feel the pent up anger. And instead of letting it build over time, they said, let's just shoot without looking at the target. And I feel like this is so frustrating to me because I know it's going to be good because it's Tommaso Ciampa. It's going to be good because it's Kyle Fletcher. It's going to be good. But my biggest issue is this has already fucking happened. We just got here. It is only March. He debuted in January. We just got here. Can't we just let it breathe? Like, I hate the whole thing of like, oh, it should happen already. It should happen already. Can we just like let things breathe for a minute? Can we just like build a little bit? We build with plenty of other shit. Is there a reason? Oh, it's because Revolution.
Yeah. I mean,
did you know that?
Revolution, yes, next Sunday. We're going to have a preview. We're going to be previewing it here next week. That'll be probably the majority of the show, I would assume. So for me, I kind of agree with Ryan's last comment where I preferred what we saw last night to them making a makeshift team of Ciampa and Briscoe.
Yeah, same.
I understand they both had history with FTR and it would make sense, but I preferred actually seeing Ciampa, even though it was very obviously similar to how he did it with Johnny and that iconic heel turn from NXT. I prefer them doing it this way and having him turn as opposed to getting a small run with Ciampa and Briscoe as a team against FTR. I prefer this. But yeah, I mean, but my thing is, so we're going to get Ciampa and Fletcher again, probably at Revolution for the title. I would assume Fletcher beats him again.
Yeah, I would assume so. Yes.
So now all of a sudden that match is heel versus heel, not heel versus face, which to me, I don't care about that as much, but a lot of wrestling fans, they they like the good guy versus bad guy. Like, now it's two bad guys going against each other. And he already did the heel turn. Like, could he have stayed the course and then, and Clown, that's a good point. Briscoe said he wouldn't. I mean, I don't know if but he's been in tag team matches before. Have they not been 2-man matches at all? I know he's been in a lot of multi-man, like, so if that's something that Briscoe's like, hey, I'm never doing a traditional tag match with anybody ever again, then all right, fine. Obviously,
he's rightfully so.
Of course. I have a Jay Briscoe thing on the wall right there. You can see the side of it a little bit. But
yeah, trios only.
Yeah, well, that's good. Yeah, so I'm glad they didn't go that route. I just want, I mean, if we're going to be doing this thing with Ciampa like this, like, give me Johnny, like, I know he's under he's under contract still, but like, get Gargano over there, will you?
Oh my God. Controversially at Brave over here.
Get him over there. Give me FTR versus DIY proper again over there, where I know they can have the type of match that they were having when they had their rivalries in NXT, because Triple H let them wrestle like indie guys. That's why NXT Black and Gold was the best thing that company's done in 20 fucking years. But there we go.
Okay, but this is also a great segue into, I think we're actually doing great tag team business right now.
I agree.
We both Dynamite and Collision opened with a fucking title match. Can I just say thank you?
World title match on Dynamite.
World title match on Dynamite.
Yeah.
And then the tag team match on Collision, opening it. Fantastic matches.
Oh, yeah.
More than 10 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Fantastic. FTR Wrestling, the Rascals. The Rascals have never looked so good.
Oh, tremendous.
And then we also had this, okay, I don't know what you think about these money matches. I think
the 4-way?
Yeah, I don't think in general, like, for a cash prize of like winning more money. It's like, okay, well, who's spending this? Who's delivering this money? I guess when you're a billionaire, maybe you have all this money.
Yeah.
But in kayfabe, there was a $200,000 4-way tag match.
I don't think they really get the money.
I don't think that they really get the money either.
I don't think so.
But you have the swirl with which Blake Christian, now confirmed graphic, All Elite.
Yep.
The Outrunners, great to see them on AW proper. Dralistico and Roosh are back.
Mm-hmm. That was nice to see.
Private Party taking the crown here, which I love. The commentary was like, wow, they look beef. Like, they look good because they do.
Yeah, they do. Quen is jacked. Like, Quen is like double the size he was last time when we saw them last, like, back before they took that time off. Quen is jacked. I agree with this. I do. More incentives to win matches and more stakes in matches is never a bad thing. Never a bad thing. But
never a bad thing.
They do AEW, as much as I agree with before we even started talking about. For a long, you and I have always been pro AEW for a long, basically their whole existence. But the last calendar year, they have been, no pun intended, dynamite. Like, it's been, they've been in an incredible run here, especially the last like 4 or 5 months. It has been like, whoa, they're doing really, really good stuff. But it does seem like when AEW finds something that works, they dive into it. We see a lot of the money matches. What was it, like 6, 7, 8, 10 Dynamites in a row? They had like, oh, we got an all-star 8-man tag. Well, we got an all-star 6-man, whatever. Like, they lean into things like that a lot. But with that being said, the matches are usually fucking great. And yeah. Scott, I don't disagree. I like Swirl. I would like to see the Swirl move up in the tag team division at some point. I think that's a good team with 2 great guys. But
on Ring of Honor. But yeah, I would like to see them more. So I don't know if you're an OSW fan. Are you?
I might not know what that is. So
OSW, Old School Wrestling. If you ever have wanted to watch a pay-per-view, say WrestleMania 17, or maybe, I don't know, the Lex Express, and not have to watch
the Lex Express.
Yeah. Right? You want to like watch the arc, but you don't want to actually watch the shows.
Yeah.
These guys, which I don't always agree with them, and I have currently blocked one of them for being a sexist motherfucker.
That's not good.
I'm sorry, I said that sexist motherfucker, and I mean that in the not nice way. I'm so sorry. I love all my motherfuckers, but just don't be a sexist prick, especially National Women's Day. Come on. But I like these dudes, and I like what they're doing. I have liked what they were doing, but if you ever want to get like a non-wrestling fan like into a like specific wrestling thing, they break it down, like the matches, the context, the time period, what was going on, why this was going on. But they really break it down. They unfortunately get a lot of like takedowns on their channel because of obvious copyright. But yeah, I have always enjoyed their content, but the comments that they have made specifically towards women, Charlotte Flair in particular, I don't stand with people who deduce your entire being to your body. Anyways, with that said, they've done some really great things. They always bring up boys' stables, right? There, you have a stable in your brain of wrestlers who will probably never get to the world title. Always cheer for them.
Okay.
Lee Johnson has always been in my boys' stable. He started during the pandemic, and I was like, I like this guy's style. I like the way that he goes. Like, he's fresh. And every time he does something great, I'm just like, yes, yes, I've always wanted to cheer for Lee Johnson. He's from Gary, Indiana.
Okay. I know Gary, Indiana.
Gary, Indiana. He's only 28 years old. Big shotty.
Married to Penelope Ford, yes?
No. No.
Yeah.
Married to Julia Hart.
That's right. I'm sorry. That's right.
Penelope Ford.
No, I screwed him up. Kip Sabian is, yeah.
But he was under QT Marshall for very long. Yeah. Also learning from AR Fox, right?
I mean, that's a good person to learn from. AR Fox rules.
Absolutely. Really great active wrestler. Unfortunately, is really mostly featured on Ring of Honor these days. A great match to watch is him versus Kyle Fletcher. 2 out of 3 falls on an Honor Club that I'm remembering. But it's, if you want to see an early Kyle Fletcher, right? I think it was 2024. Yeah. Oh, it's Honor Club episode 69.
Nice. Nice.
But Lee Johnson is just great. Love Lee Johnson. Always will be in my boys' stable. Yeah, you just have those wrestlers that you just cheer for, knowing that they're never going to get the world title. That's how I felt about Big E for a long time, and then he got the world title, and he has graduated from the boys' stable. I felt that way about like R-Truth. I've always cheered for R-Truth, even like in a non like joking kind of way. Oh my god, yeah. I didn't even get to rant about Motor City Machine Guns. What are we doing with Motor City Machine Guns?
That was the first time they were on TV in months.
And then what is this tag team of Damian Priest and Ron Killings that they're calling? Oh my god, it's going to be a great pop at WrestleMania, but like, what the fuck are we doing?
It does, because they need their big stars on the show, and Damian Priest needs something to do at WrestleMania. So instead of having an established team,
world champion, by the way,
correct? Yes. So instead of having him just have a good one-on-one feud with somebody to have a fucking match at WrestleMania, they're gonna be like, "Oh, we'll just put you with some random team and do this because we need you on the WrestleMania show," instead of, picking a established tag team and putting them on WrestleMania.
Yep. Anyways,
they've done it on 41 days. Yeah, they did it. It was going to be Bayley and Lyra, which they kind of threw together, and then it was Becky and I get it. Stories came out of it, but they did the same thing over there. It's just they had Bayley and Lyra, who I love both of those women tremendously. Bayley is my GOAT, and Lyra might be my future. I love Lyra, but they put them together on a Raw. And then on the SmackDown before WrestleMania, they literally had those two who had never teamed together before, ever, run through every established women's tag team on the SmackDown roster.
Yeah,
they beat them all. And then they went to WrestleMania, and then they took Bayley out of the fucking match and attacked her anyway, so it didn't even matter. And I'm like, you just put down every established team you had for these two, only to do something. And like, don't get me wrong, did I love the Becky Lyra stuff out of it? Of course I did. But like, it's just the way they do things sometimes. It's like, that does not make sense.
I agree.
Anyway.
I agree. Money in the Bank should be on WrestleMania. Anyways, so tag teams are back. That was my little ranty rant about Lee Johnson being in my boys' stable. We'll always love Lee Johnson. Tag teams are back. But speaking of tag teams, on Wednesday, okay, we had a match of Darby Allin and Orange Cassidy versus Clark Connors and Gabe Kidd. That table spot,
gnarly.
with oh my god, Clark Connors and Tekla are together. Okay,
yes,
arguably Tekla has the best spear for the women. Arguably, Clark Connors has a very nice spear as well. Do you think that they just do spear offs? Like, I don't mean this as a joke. I just mean,
they should start charging people if they do.
That's both extremely talented. Both of them, I feel like, are just copy pasta. Like this couple makes sense because they are just the iterations of each other's gender, right? Oh my god, that spear. It looks nasty from every angle, and I love it. I think it's exactly what it needed to be. I have my thoughts and feelings about Gabe Kidd that are not all nice, and I don't want to say on here because he injured Eddie Kingston, which where the fuck is Eddie Kingston right now? Yeah. Anyways, I digress. Darby Allin and Orange Cassidy defeated the Dogs, right?
They did. Orange Cassidy got the pinfall, yep.
And then
shocker of the week, I think.
Shocker of the week.
Yeah.
Everybody's been saying, what's going on with Dave Finlay? What is happening with Dave Finlay? Is he going to WWE? I heard he's going to WWE. I heard he's going to TNA. Like,
I thought that's where he was going.
TNA?
No, I thought he was going to WWE to be with the fam.
I thought he was going to WWE as well.
I thought he'd be with his brother in NXT, Finlay. This truly surprised. I was like, oh, I'm happy. And they got the Dogs. But this actually did shock me.
Inconceivable. I, first off, thought it was not him. I thought we were getting a different iteration of maybe Kip Sabian. Maybe he's come out with his hair. Like, it was like a split second attacking Darby, attacking Orange Cassidy, that I go, oh, fuck. That's who we think it is. That's David Finlay.
Oh, yeah.
So
Shillelagh and all.
I didn't know what they were saying on commentary.
Yeah.
And then I realized, oh, that's the weapon he was using.
Yes.
So we now have another heel to the trios, which totally fine. As mentioned, though, tag teams are thriving once again. Also, we got some action in the trios match, and we have new AEW Trios champions with the pinfall going to Mark Davis.
Hell yeah. Good. I like Mark Davis.
Fucking yeah. So Okada, Kyle Fletcher are doing their proto-Okada stuff, which excellent money. Print it right there. And then you insert Mark Davis as your hefty, right? Your muscle versus Jet Set Rodeo, which obviously they're taking it out because, Hangman Adam Page and then MJF got involved. Like, okay, cool. We understand that Hangman needs to be inserted out because he can't fucking lose.
No.
He can't lose to MJF. We can't do another Cody situation. But this trios match, 13 minutes. It was so quick. It was so good. And it ran over the 2-hour time frame.
Oh, for sure. For sure. This AEW should just say that Dynamite goes till 10:30. First of all, that's not a complaint. Just tell me it's going to
HBO, or do you watch it on cable?
I usually watch it on cable just because that's
okay.
I'm on, but like I've watched it on both, but like and again, this is not a complaint because the show is very entertaining. It's my favorite wrestling show of the week currently, but like it runs over every week. It goes till 10:15 regularly. I feel like, so like just say you go till 10, you know what I mean? Like just but that's a small thing. But I thought this was a great main event. It didn't feel like it was 13 minutes.
Right, it did not feel like it was 13 minutes, but it was over the time frame, and I'm going, "Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my
Yeah.
god." So if you wanna watch a really great trios match, I mean, obviously, Kevin Knight, Mike Bailey, Speedball,
So
oh
good.
my god, Speedball. How
When
does
he
he have
was
shins?
Speedball was going to get lawn darted by
Yeah.
Kyle Fletcher, and he turned it into a poison rana, and then did the running, like it jumped on the middle rope inside the ring to the moonsault outside, like he did that spot right after the reversal, and I was just like, bro, like that is just
insane.
Yeah, it was so good, and that was Kevin Knight's second match of the night because he fought MJF for the title to open the show, which was a great match between them two.
Match.
So
that was 16 minutes.
Yes.
So
and it was world title. Yeah. And so like all this, it made sense.
5-star for me.
Oh my, it was so good. I just I love the heel logic though, because Don Callis, to set this match up, Don Callis is chastising Jet Set Rodeo, saying, "Oh, the trios championships aren't good enough for you. That's not good enough. You're going after this Speedball. You're fighting Fletcher you going after the TNT. Hangman's doing this." He's like, "Oh, it's not good enough for y'all." And then he just sits here and he goes, "Oh, but now two of the guys that I want to challenge you are already singles." So now it's like, well, you're yelling at them because they have these they have the trios titles, but they're going after other stuff. Well, now two of the dudes on your team have other things that they're going to be worried on too. I don't know. Just the heel logic of it was like, wait a minute, that doesn't make sense. Wouldn't they be doing the same thing?
That's understandable. But
I am happy though that Mark Davis and Kyle Fletcher once again tag team champions of some sort. Who would have thought? Aussie Open back together. There we go.
Can I just say, Kevin Knight versus Speedball.
Give me that way down the line. I want them to be friends for a while.
But during the C2, sick, nasty, love it. Absolutely. More.
Yes.
Give it to me. Yes.
Agreed.
That was a fantastic match. You should go watch that because it was the anything you can do, I can do better kind of thing. You know what I mean?
100%.
Fantastic.
100%. Yeah, those guys, the Continental Classic really was a they have debuted and showcased both these guys really, really well since they arrived. And I love them as a tag team, but that Continental Classic, even though neither of them won it or even made it to the semifinals, that was a showcase for both of them in those matches. Like that was a true coming out party of like, yeah, no, these guys are this good. And these guys are going to be singles guy, so it stinks that they lost. It stinks that they lost titles again. I would like to see them eventually actually be the AEW tag team champions and have like a really, really, really good run with it. But yeah, they're great. This is a fun match. Mark Davis continues to listen, man. He's getting himself. Unfortunate circumstance, kind of like what happened to Kyle.
Yeah.
They came over as Aussie Open. Mark Davis got hurt. Kyle made the best of it and turned himself into a top of the company guy. I don't know if Mark Davis will ever be a top of the company guy, but he clearly was going to be doing big things with Doyle.
That, and now we're seeing it.
So it's kind of like the same thing, which is cool.
Well, we have more matches for AEW Revolution. We're going to go down the card next week. We're going to be doing some predictions as well, so you won't want to miss out on that. We have what I really love is the 21-man Blackjack Battle Royal. There's always a Joker card. I'm interested to see who is the Joker in that situation.
And the winner goes against Ricochet, right?
Correct. Okay. Or he's either in the match. I can't remember. But they had briefly mentioned it. So we'll get that more fleshed out this week. Toni Storm and Marina Shafir. Everyone is banned from ringside, which is fantastic. Swerve versus Brody was set. We last week set up Andrade versus Bandito, which their segment was fantastic. We have the trios titles going, a rematch of the Don Callis family versus Jet Speed, and Mystico. That was added to that match, which is interesting. It's just going to be a lot of flippy guys, and I can't wait to see that. FTR versus the Young Bucks, which is going to be fantastic.
Yep.
Moxley versus Takeshita.
No time limit.
Again, no time limit. Tekla versus Chris Statlander in a best out of 2 or 3.
Match is going to be great, but how do you feel about them running that back? Do you think that's because Statlander didn't? This is her rematch, technically.
This is her rematch, which is totally fine. But I love the stipulation that it's added in the context that it is, where it's like Chris Statlander was like, "I've beat you once, you've beat me once.
Yeah,
I want to beat you again, and I want to make it for a 2 out of 3 falls." Tekla, which all can we just get rid of the what chant? Can we stop? Because I thought it was fucking rude during Tekla's response, which she handled it like a champ.
Oh,
obviously.
Yeah. She's great.
But it's the fact of like, you could hear like people being like, shh, stop it. You know, like in the crowd, that I'm like, oh my God, that's hilarious. But I love a stipulation because I'm a stipulation bitch. But over here, this makes sense. This makes sense for, you know, the consequences of everything. But somehow I think that Thunder Rosa is going to make it about herself.
I think Thunder Rosa is going to turn heel. Is that what you think too?
Yeah, I think she's going to turn heel. Okay. Something's going to happen here. And Chris Statlander is going to be the loser in the situation. And you know what? Perfectly fine with that.
I'm totally okay with that. And then if Statlander is out of the world title scene for a little bit, but she has a big time blood feud with Thunder Rosa, like that's a good spot.
With Thunder Rosa, exactly.
That's a really good spot. So
that's great. Yeah. Absolutely. And then we have obviously the Texas Death Match, MJF versus Hangman Adam Page. We should be seeing some more matches set up, maybe day of, because AEW is going to have their 0 hour on HBO. Can I tell you, remember, was it last pay-per-view for World's End? They had on HBO, they had like their little interview stuff, but then on the YouTube, they actually had the wrestling stuff simultaneously. Yeah, and people were tuning into HBO being like, where's the wrestling?
Yeah.
But it was on YouTube. Let's get it together. AEW. Let's make it make sense. So I'm excited. This is going to be a great pay-per-view. It's going to be in LA. Lots of things going on in LA. I won't be there, but
it's the same night as the Oscars that are in LA that night.
You know, same night of lots the Academy of crossover Awards. Fans right there.
Yep.
Oh my God.
I'm probably one of the few that will be sitting here with AEW on this monitor and the Academy. I'll be like,
oh, interesting.
I'll be like, oh wow, that guy's bleeding. Oh, over here. Oh,
that guy's
Michael
also
B. Jordan.
bleeding.
Michael B. Jordan won Best Actor for Sinners. All right,
he should win it.
You seen Sinners? You saw it? Unbelievable.
Multiple times, theater and
what a movie! What a movie that is!
Fantastic.
Holy shit. Yeah. But anyway,
I assume Mercedes returns as well.
I don't
lost the CML championship.
I don't think she comes back until after Rev. I don't know if you want her to come back right before Revolution.
I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, maybe. Who knows?
Okay.
Well, what do you mean? What do you mean? Sadly, you want to trade places?
Sadly,
I would love to go to. I'll trim my beard for that shit. You want to trade places?
I used to go to in college, we used to have like Oscar parties, right? So we would get dressed up to drink a kegger and have the Oscars on, right? But that was always my favorite part, is like getting in like a really nice outfit.
Well, my friends and I would do that, and we would print off the ballots and we would pick the winners and bet on it.
I fucking love that.
So we would throw 10 or 20 bucks into the pot. We would fill out every award who we thought was going to win. We would have like best pictures worth the most points, and we would point it up. And then at the end, and we would wear nice clothes, and we'd have accoutrement. We would have food, and like it was like an Oscars.
Yeah.
Like we were going to our own Oscars, and that's what we did. Yeah. And then COVID happened, and half of them stopped going to movies, and and we're old now, and they have kids, and but like that was like we dressed up, like I dressed up, like not full suits. I'm not renting a suit for a fucking house party. I would have though back in the day, but yeah, it was a good time. I totally would have been the people the person in my friend group that would have rented a suit to go to a party. Like that would have been me.
I love it.
Yeah.
Well, JPJ, what do you got going on this week?
Big week for me. We will be doing on my channel. I got the Raw watch along on Monday night per usual. You can find me every Thursday, 8 p.m. Love Wrestling, me and Pluggo, Between Two Beards. We'll be talking about NXT Vengeance Day that happened last night. We'll be previewing Revolution and, all that fun stuff. Wednesday nights right after Dynamite, the go-home show this week, I'll be over on bodyslam.net with our pal Jose, who's probably going to yell at me because of my New York take now. So thank you for that.
He should yell at you.
So we will be talking about Dynamite and probably previewing Revolution as well. And then in the non-wrestling side of things, I'm a big video game guy. I stream on Twitch and stuff like that. The video game that I play the most, MLB The Show, the new one comes out on Friday. I have the weekend off from work because I am a 40-year-old child, and I will be playing that game on my channel for probably 8 to 12 hours a day, Friday and Saturday. So that is what's going to be happening. I'm excited about it. I'm hunkered in. I'm ready to go. So.
Well, beautiful. Well, this week, first off, hello. Our Peak Millennials podcast, we are doing a live show today in just a couple hours. So 3 p.m. Pacific time, 6 p.m. Eastern. We're going to be following a Y2K makeup tutorial.
Wow. All right.
And I can't wait because A, I love doing my makeup, but B, the one that we've chosen.
You've already watched through?
I've watched through it.
Okay.
Just to make sure that it's appropriate.
That's fair. That's fair.
Or whatever.
Yeah.
But it's like music video, thin eyebrow, like the silver eyeshadow look, you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah, I got you.
Kind of. I'm very excited to look like a music video baddie over here. So that'll be at 3 p.m. Pacific, 6 p.m. Eastern, or just come say hi to us. My co-host Natalie is also going to be doing their makeup as well. And then this week, Greg Cherry is on the channel for Collins on the Rocks podcast. We're going to be doing some drinking games, answering some questions, and hopefully cheersing to a very prosperous baseball season.
Let's hope. Let's hope.
Oh my God. And then we'll be back here next Sunday. I'm going to have the predictions Google Doc out after Collision next Saturday. So I'll be promoting it. You can join for free money. Come play with us. Have a lot of fun. And we'll get to some AEW predictions next week.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. It should be fun.
All right. Well, I'm excited. We're all excited, and I hope you all have a wonderful week. Stay tuned in. Oh, and this is Fightful Overbooked. Lots of fun things going on this week. In the weeds, I saw like a spike in people watching the show. It was like 2,000 people. Last week because of Danhausen. So tune in Monday, Wednesday, Friday for In the Weeds. We also have Mag and Rob going. Oh my God, I'm blanking on what their show is called. Someone's gonna tell me in the comments because I accidentally put up their their thing. Anyways, go follow them. Go watch. You're going to want to be subscribed, like, share, subscribe, all the things. Subscribe. Send in your super chats, send in your humper chats. Support people just trying to put the good news of wrestling out there. And hopefully you had fun along the way. So thank you guys so much for watching. Be kind to each other again.
Yes, please.
See you guys next week. Bye.